let's get Doodles up there. All right. Tell us about your pick. Go for it.
Okay, so my pick is Burnout 3. It was released on September 8th, 2004. It's developed by Criterion Software. It's more so like we were talking about Forza and how it's like more technically accurate as like a driving game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so when the Burnout series was making their games, they had to go the other direction with it to stay relevant, I think. They went more arcade in the driving style, and it was more of like an arcade combative type racing game where your goal wasn't just to be faster than your opponents. Your goal was to bully your opponents off the road while racing them and just knocking them out. And the one game mode that I thought that really brought this game ahead of a lot of others was called the Crash mode. And if you guys remember Skate 2, there was that Hall of Meat thing where you would like try to get as hurt as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, this was that, but like for racing game.
For racing.
So like your goal was to like drive and crash and then cause the most damage that you possibly can do. And every time was different. And you can play this little thing for like hours. And they would you would just drive, you'd hit a ramp, hit a bus, that bus hits a diesel, you fly off the bridge, and you hit a boat, and that boat hits another boat. And then you guys, it's really fun. I mean, what's not to love? It's a lot of like mayhem. And that's kind of why I like the game.
All right. That's a fair representation. We truly appreciate you going over the game with us here. We'll switch us back places for a few moments. Jay, did you have a chance to ever play Burnout?
I actually did get a chance to play all of the Burnouts, and Burnout 3 was pretty dope. And I didn't want to add it to the list because I did play it just to beat it. You know what I mean? Because I when it comes to racing games, for me, especially being a car enthusiast, I want to be able to give games a shot. You know what I mean? And actually, to be honest, before I even put Forza on there, Burnout was going to be an honorable mention.
Ooh, there it is.
Before I went to do that, when I went back to the updated list that we had, you know, off camera and stuff like that, I saw Scott put it on there, and I was like, nope, can't do it.
Yeah, not an honorable mention when it's a
not an honorable mention when it's a big one. But I gave it a chance. I liked it. I didn't love it, but I liked it. I enjoyed the aspect of being able to destroy something like that. And, you know, the thing I really love about it is, and most racing games are starting to get to this now, is that when you crash your car, you crash your car. Like, it's dented and you're still driving it, you know, if it's drivable. You know what I mean? I think with, what was it? Centurion Studios, with the way they did that, because they also took over Need for Speed as well.
Yeah, it's Criterion.
Thank you, Criterion.
Yeah.
You know, I think they're starting to add that element to games. And I kind of respect that because you don't see games that do that. Oh, I scratched my car, or oh, I did this, or I did that. And then you got to pay to fix it in game.
Yeah,
you know,
I could be wrong. I think
like
that Burnout was one of the earlier ones to do it.
They were the first. I want to make that clear.
Okay.
Because to me, all the other racing games are not compared to that. And I mean, minus Gran Turismo, because they've been doing it since PlayStation 1. But on this level of destruction, of this level of the things that they've done, this was, to me, I think they were the first. And it'll hold a spot in my gaming list, but it won't hold the top spot, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
It'll be dear in my it'll be dear in all of our hearts because it's Burnout 3. No, just kidding.
I haven't had a chance to play that one. Like I love my racing games, but Burnout was one I never really. I mean, I was playing Need for Speed at the time because they came out fairly close to each other.
They came out very close to each other.
Oh yeah, they for sure did.
And there was another Need for Speed that came out at about the same time that ended up on our lists here. So we'll break into that one in a few moments. But I'm going to go ahead. Jay, with yours being Need for Speed as a whole at this point in time, we're going to make sure that you have the most time to talk about yours.